Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
On the ready.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 13. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch out now, 52. Ready, go. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Julian Okwara. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
And give up points. But on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
Defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Willis looking to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Toss left side for Etienne. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So much goes. Play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw.
Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A first down carry for Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Set, ready.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Barkley again, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. And I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, green. Purple, stick. Yellow, blue.
They'll set up a throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jamar Chase.
62 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Willis.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ready, ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 17, Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
52 blasted.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready, go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
6, 7. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd and 6. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go now. And cycle. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big
touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. Here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jamar Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Willis finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Let's go now.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Willis. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll take this one in for a Giants touchdown. Malik Willis, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that
way. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 9 now. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter.
Right, 97. Blue strike.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Ready, set.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the ready.
Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Willis. Finds his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 53 yards. And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's back to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Okay, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.